Hello, welcome back to Mandy's Crochet. In today's vlog, I'm going to be talking about my goals in reading. Yes, I know it's a crochet video, but my goals in reading is to read 26 books to finish up 2026. I just here recently moved, so it's been kind of chaotic, and also my dad passed away not too long ago. So it's been kind of like a struggle. So I really would like to get back into doing YouTube. And I'm going back to work. I work at a college and yeah, I'm a dishwasher for a food chain that everybody loves. But anywho, so doing these YouTube videos, it might be sporadic. I'm going to try to do maybe 2 or 3, or maybe even just do it on the weekends. That might be what I do, just for right now, just until I get comfortable. Well, anywho, so I have read 11 books. I'll go through them, and then I'll show you the book that I'm reading now, and then we can talk some crochet. Well, my first book that I read was I Survived the Joplin Tornado of 2011, which I was reading children's books to get out of a reading slump because I was in a bad reading slump. I wanted to read, but just didn't have the will to read. So I started reading the children's books, and it's helped. It really has. So I read that one, and then I read I Survived the Attacks of 9/11, and the first one I gave 5 stars, really loved it. The second one I gave 4 stars, and then I read Wizard of Oz, which I know a lot of y'all are going to say, cool, and that's a good book. I read it through the lens of, I didn't realize that the book was actually about deception of the American farmers back then, that the banks were telling them all everything's all right, and we're not in any kind of trouble or anything, when they really were. And then I read Call of the Wild. I really liked Call of the Wild. It was a good book. I rated it 4 stars. Then I read, and this one I loved. I loved it so much that I want to see the documentary on it. It's called I Survived the Attacks of the Grizzlies in 1967. It was really good. It was about this place that was feeding the grizzly bears. In fact, because of this happening, that's when they started, you cannot feed the bears, do not feed the wildlife, and just, because bears are dangerous, and you got to think, And anywho, then I read Nancy Drew, Once Upon a Thriller. It was cute. It's not like the old Nancy Drew books. Another person writes these, and I've never read the old, like the ones that my Aunt Lisa would have read. I want to, I don't see. If I had it with me, I'd show you. But it is really, really well written. Sorry, I'm itchy. It's really well written, and it is a children's book, and I would suggest for children that's like, I say 12 to probably 14, 15, because it's not really like I wouldn't put it as elementary anyway. Then I read, because those books really did get me out of my slump, I read this Amish book called The Choice. It was really good. I've read that one before and didn't realize it, so when I was reading, I'm like, I remember that, or I remember this. So now I got to read book 2. I've got the whole all 3 series, so And then I've just now gotten into suspense. It's romantic suspense. It's not like, it's like the love-inspired books that you can get at Walmart, and they're not like too into detail, but with the Innocent Amish Targets, what I read, if you read it, beware, there is some details. I mean, it's not bad, but just trigger warnings. That's what I'll say. And then I read Charlie and the no, wait a minute. Let's go back. Dolphin Tales. That was about Winter the Dolphin. I loved Winter. I remember when I first heard about her, and I was so excited, loved the movie, and when I saw the book, I actually got it from a thrift store. I love getting books cheap. Anywho, I loved the movie, and I would watch her, and when she passed, it was sad, yes, but I still watched the other dolphins, like Hope, and then all the other ones. But anywho, then I read Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Oh my word, I was laughing. That is the only book I read by this author. I cannot say his name, so don't judge me. Now I am reading, and I'll show you, a Killer's Target. I've gotten in, hadn't got too far because I've moved, and then with my dad passed, and it's been kind of hard. I'm on chapter 6 though, and I really don't remember what's going on, but this girl, I think they're going to dress her in Amish to make her look like she's not English, because the guy that is coming after her murdered her twin sister. So target warning there if you're. And so she has a daughter, and the police officer is helping her to escape this, and I guess they're gonna put her like in protective custody. But yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. And as for crocheting, I'm still working on that bunny. And I also have been working on miniature granny squares. So I'm thinking about making because I've got some of it right here. Let's see here, I'll show you. It's like this. I'm thinking about making a yarn bag, like that I could put my yarn in, a project bag. So that way, when I'm crocheting, my yarn is in one place, so I'm not dragging yarn everywhere. I don't know why, but that seems to be what happens when I crochet. Well, this is all for this video because it's getting long, and thank you for watching Mandy's Crochet. Please like, subscribe, and please tell me, give me a Christian book recommendation down in the comments, and also tell me what crochet project you think would be interesting in seeing. I mainly do amigurumi. I can crochet granny squares. If there is a tote, maybe an Afghan suggestion. I'm not good with wearables, but if you have any recommendations for that. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.